Hey, perfect spirit. I'm Sam Shelley, the Miracle Man. Now let's create a miracle in your life right here, right now. Time's ticking, no time to waste. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I talk about getting rid of all that stuff in our head that's creating stress, anxiety, worry. We need to throw that stuff out and really tap into our true self, that consciousness, perfect spirit, our soul. And if you're returning to my channel, welcome. Good to see you again. So welcome, friends. So today, I really want to talk about celebrating life. And I read this quote this morning. It really sums up what getting rid of head trash really means. The business of living is a celebration of being alive. Dr. Christaan Barnard. That we just need to celebrate, hey, we're alive. Yeah, the mind might not really like this experience. It might be painful, it might be difficult, but we just have to take fact that we are alive. And if we're alive, then everything is possible. The only thing that makes things impossible is this stuff up here. All that head trash, all that noise, all that stress, anxiety, the scarcity mindset. We just go on and on and on about how that mind just blocks everything. So we need to just throw that out and really just celebrate life. You are alive. It doesn't get any better than that because you're here to witness this experience. This experience may not be pleasant, but it may be joyful as well. But we're here to have this experience, this human experience. It has its ups and downs, but that is life. But we're here to just keep taking that one step forward, the next step, and the next step, and the next step. But this mind makes it so difficult. So how do we get rid of all these stories and just be here? It's just that simple. You're either in the stories or you're here in this moment. There's no magic bullet out there. You are the magician. You can create the reality of your life, but it has to start out with that beginning of the day. And I talked about this before in the beginning of the day, say, thank you, I'm alive. The things you can do in the first minute of the day is celebrate you waking up, saying thanks, universe, God, source, whatever it is to you. And just say, okay, now it's time for me to create my day with no limitations, no rules. But watch out, that mind's going to come right back with that to-do list, the rules, the restrictions, the stories. So it just looks like the same day repeated over and over again. So if you're stuck in a rut, it's a good sign that you're up in here. Or maybe you're not sleeping well at night because this is keeping you, wondering what's going to happen tomorrow. What about this? What about that? Or reliving the past. We need to let all that go and just be here. Celebrate life. It's beautiful. But the mind has all these opinions about it. We just simply need to let that all go. But you can't let it go just like that, snap out of it. I don't like to hear those phrases, let go, snap out of it. If it was that easy, there would be no health challenges, there would be no war, there wouldn't be any hate or fear in society. So this is a daily practice of getting here because this mind's very, grippy, grabbing onto things. But spirit is just free. So we just have to say, am I in the story or am I here? Where are my feet? Where are my hands? What do I see? What am I touching? What am I sitting on? Where are my feet? Because the mind's either in this story, in the anxiety, the worry, the stress, the grief, the sorrow, whatever it may be, there's 1,001 flavors. Or it can be right here in this moment, just looking around, noticing, not attaching to any labels. Oh, that's a glass, that's the floor, that's a cabinet, that's a cabinet. Because when you start labeling things, the mind goes into the archives and then identifies that. But you just want to be here in this moment, just looking around, not identifying with anything, just noticing. Just notice without the labeling. Just practice being here in this moment because we're really here to celebrate life. And even, I think a good way to explain this too is like law of attraction when Abraham Hicks talking about the vortex. The vortex is being the state of happiness, of contentment, of peace, of saying, yes, I'm alive. Let's go do this. But the mind comes in like, no, 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 put the brakes on, put the brakes on. And it starts to freak out and panic when you start to jump outside the safety of the mind. The mind is really uncomfortable with being uncomfortable. The mind doesn't care about, taking that leap of faith. It's like, oh, I know what this is right here, right now. Let me stick to that. Change is hard. Change is difficult. The mind doesn't like that. But that's okay. It's a practice. Come here, back to here, back to here. The mind will criticize you, judge you, condemn you, whatever. Let that go. But don't give that fuel. Don't judge other people. Don't judge yourself. Don't criticize yourself. Don't criticize others. You need to let all that go. It's not your job. Your job is to be present, to enjoy the human experience to the best of your ability. Yes, there's going to be sorrows, heartbreak, but that's part of living. No one is immune from the traumas of life, from the difficulties of life. But we can choose to find the good in that situation. How can we turn this lemon into a lemonade? How can we make the situation better? Or maybe we can't really make it better, but we just have to endure, realizing this isn't going to last forever. Your consciousness, your spirit will last forever. This body will fade away. This experience will fade away. But just celebrate life. It's really about the business of living is a celebration being alive. It's really that simple. But the mind loves complexity, likes to make it more difficult. Life is here to be experienced, not just reading books, watching TV, watching videos. We're here to be alive and have all those experiences. All right, I think that's all I'm going to share for today. Just celebrate life. Wake up in the morning and say thank you. Watch my earlier video where I talk about, the morning practice, how the first 5 minutes of the day are the most important. They set up your day. Are you setting it up in a positive energy track? Are you setting up with limitations, negativity? So just focus on how can I really make this moment the best that it can be by taking that one small step, that one small action. That's all that's required of you. All right. Take good care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.